words. Here's my question.
He had not even made those statements then.
Yes, he had, sir. The first statement was made many years ago.
I mean, how the hell am I supposed to know every single statement somebody makes? Here's the deal. Let me just say this straight up. I've lived my life, whether it's athletics, whether it's military, whether it's serving as a prosecutor. When I was downrange in Iraq, we worked together as a team, regardless of race. We had the American flag on our arm. We wore the same uniform, and we fought for the country. When I was a prosecutor, I stood up for victims of every race, color, and creed. That's the only way to do it in our country. It's something I believe in, and as governor, I will represent all the people. Everyone will get a fair shake. But I am not going to bow down to the altar of political correctness. I'm going to not let the media smear me like they like to do with so many other people.
Sir,
I'm certainly not going to take anything from Andrew Gillum, who's endorsed the Dream Defenders, which says Israel is an apartheid state, and which says the police and prisons have no place in justice.
Mr. Gillum, wait for the applause and go. And Mr. DeSantis, I'll point out, I wish you would have waited for the question, because I had a question and it's not what you think it is. Mr. Gillum, I'll give you a chance to respond now.
Well, let me first say, my grandmother used to say a hit dog will holler, and it hollered through this room. Mr. DeSantis has spoken. Hey, first of all, he's got neo-Nazis helping him out in this state. He has spoken at racist conferences. He's accepted a contribution and would not return it from someone who referred to the former president of the United States as a Muslim, Nigger. When asked to return that money, he said no. He's using that money to now fund negative ads. Now, I'm not calling Mr. DeSantis a racist. I'm simply saying the racists believe he's a racist.
Mr. DeSantis, if I would ask the audience to please let Mr. DeSantis now respond.
The conference I attended was keynoted by a Medal of Honor recipient named Clint Romeshay. It was not a racial conference. That is an absolute lie. And I'm not going to sit here and take this nonsense from a guy like Andrew Gillum, who always plays the victim, who's going out and attacking, aligning himself with groups who attack our men and women in law enforcement, attack our military. He still will not disavow the Dream Defenders. None of these things people are saying that I endorse. He endorsed the Dream Defenders, and they endorsed him, and that is wrong.
So this is Ron DeSantis in 2018, before he was governor. This is during his gubernatorial race, and he's debating his opponent here. And you see that they are going back and forth, basically accusing each other of siding with the extremist on their side, or pointing out the fact that they are supported by extremists on either side. So Ron DeSantis points out that a group called the Dream Defenders, which is a radical left-wing activist group, supported his opponent, and they call for things like defunding the police, getting rid of prisons. You can see it all on their website, the Dream Defenders. Very in line with the Black Lives Matter movement and other far left groups like that. They also consider Israel to be an apartheid state, and they consider Israel to be illegitimate, basically, and they're pro-Palestinian. Then he comes back and tries to accuse DeSantis of being in line with far-right groups. And, as we've seen, DeSantis is now the governor of Florida. Has he endorsed a far-right extremist, white supremacist agenda? No. Has he been buddy-buddy with white supremacists and extremists on that side? No. So we've seen kind of the results of that. One thing I noticed here was that I think people are starting to realize it now, or they've realized it at this point. But maybe in 2018, when this clip occurred, not as much. And that is that people are sick and tired of the traditional politician facade. Everybody knows it's fake. When you start talking a certain way and kind of in a condescending, elitist way, people no longer look up to that as, wow, you're so much smarter and more educated than I am. They look at that like, this guy, he drives me crazy. I can't stand that. He's phony. And they want somebody real and down to earth like Ron DeSantis. Like Ron DeSantis, he's like, I'm not going to stand here and put up with this. He talks colloquially. He talks like a normal person. How the hell am I supposed to know every damn quote that somebody says? He just kind of is off the cuff, and people connect with that. He's not trying to be something that he's not. And I think that this debate moment illustrates that perfectly. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? What do you think of this this debate back and forth with Ron DeSantis here? And thanks for watching.